everyone, I'm here with my June wrap-up and I read about 18 books, and I do want to say that some of them were really short books, so I didn't really cheat or anything, but I did have a lot of books read this month and I'm really proud of myself, so yay! First book that I read is My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick, and I really enjoyed this book. I was surprised at how much I love the family in this book. It is such a cute summer read, and I fell in love with their family. And if it wasn't for the family, I would have given this a 3 out of 5. I thought the romance was really cute, and like I said, I love the characters in My Life Next Door. They're just so cute, and I will always rave about that family. I also read the sequel, What I Thought Was True, and this is not from the same sort of family or anything. It is actually a spin-off in that same kind of community, and they're new characters. And I didn't really like any of the characters, and I was really bored. I didn't like it as much. I felt that nothing ever happened in the book. I gave that one a 2 out of 5. I also read The Savage Blue by Zoraida Cordova, and this is the second book in her Into the Deep trilogy. I really enjoyed this sequel. Sometimes sequels aren't as good as their predecessors, but I thought this book was excellent. There was a lot of action in it, and I gave that one a 4 out of 5. And for a blog tour, I had to read The Vast and the Brutal Sea, which is the trilogy ending, and I thought she did this ending very well. Lots went down in this book. I was really excited to find out what happens and if, the bad sea witch was gonna, go down or not. But I thought it was a really good ending. I gave that one a 3 out of 5. I also read The Truth About Alice by Jennifer Mathieu, and this book, you guys, is one of my memorable contemporary reads. It is about a victim about bullying, and it's not actually written from her point of view, I was really surprised, but I also loved the fact that it was from multiple point of views. One being from the popular girl, another from the the most popular boy's best friend. And then there was one who was like the loner's point of view. And then finally in the end it's from Alice herself. And I thought the twist in it was very good. I actually guessed it, so maybe, it was also, there was a lot of hints in it, because I love it when authors do that. And I actually was proud of myself that I guessed it, but I thought it was really excellent. I give this one a 4 out of 5. I also read Great by Sarah Benincasa, and this is a Great Gatsby retelling with a twist, because Gatsby is not a boy, it is now a girl, and she is in love with this popular girl, I want to say. And as you know, in the classic, lots of stuff goes down, and I thought it was done really well. The writing was good, and I liked how she incorporated the modern setting, and because, you know what, it did work really well even back in the Roaring 20s. It does work within the 21st century. Last ebook I read is Dear Killer by Catherine Ewell, and this book is in the mind of a murderer. She's basically an assassin who gets letters addressed to her to kill someone they know. And I felt this book was really effed up. I don't know who is worse. People who want to get these people killed and murdered, or the murderer herself. It was very interesting to read, but I had a lot of problems with it because it was very unrealistic. The fact that she started killing people at age 8, I thought that was a little weird and out of left field. And she also has a body count of about 60 people since she has killed, and no one can find out who she is. She's like the perfect killer. I didn't understand it at all. She was not, because she left so many clues. Yeah, I gave this one a 2 out of 5. And now for my physical books, I read the Spiderwick Chronicles, pictured here. And this series was so good and cute, and I thought the main character had some issues which wasn't really addressed, but you know, it's a kid's book, and I thought the creatures and the magic and adventure was really reminiscent of Harry Potter, so I thought that was really cute. Now I really want to see the movie because I know there's a movie. So I get most of these ones 3 or 4 out of 5. I also read Prototype by M.D. Waters, and I was like, not blown away, but I was like, you know what, there's a lot of stuff that could have been more incorporated. There wasn't a lot of science fiction in this one. I thought the romance was way too cheesy. There's so much romance in this one, and there are sexy times, and it was mostly a romance and not a sci-fi. But it still ended on a good note, and I give this one a 4 out of 5. I also read this book, Fresh Off the Boat by Melissa de la Cruz. This is about a Filipino immigrant who has moved to San Francisco, and with her family she is trying to adjust to American life, and having, you know, grown up in the Philippines, she doesn't really know much about America, and she's trying to adjust and not get embarrassed by her family. So I thought it was a light, fluffy read. Not a lot of happens except, you know, just her everyday life, which I thought was really boring, but you know, that's how contemporaries are. I gave this one a 3 out of 5. I also read An Arc of the Geography of You and Me by Jennifer E. Smith. This is about a boy and a girl who get stuck in an elevator in the blackout in New York City, and then they end up falling in love, and they try to keep their relationship going, but it doesn't really pan out. I thought this book was really boring. Again, I'm sorry, but not a whole lot of stuff happens. I was super bored. I gave this one a 1 out of 5. I felt it was way too flat for me. We're Liars by E. Lockhart, and everyone has been raving about this book. I know the Book Explosion people have this book for, I don't know, one of the months, and I kind of missed that read along, but this book was also all over the blogosphere, and I had to get it to review it, and I wasn't as impressed as most people. I mean, I thought it was an okay read. It reminded me a lot of The Great Gatsby because of the wealth and the family issues. There's so many issues with this family. They were crazy. And I liked the fact that there was a POC love interest, which was really rare to see. And that ending, I guessed it, so I wasn't really surprised when it happened, but it's still really memorable in that sense that everyone was like, did you remember the ending? I'm like, yes I did, but you know, there was a lot of clues. So yeah, I gave this one a 3 out of 5. I read Hex by Michelle Chris, and this was a good witchy read. I thought the character goes through this huge character development. She's superficial in the beginning, but you just wait for it, because in the end she does end up owning to all the mistakes that has happened to her. There was a death in there that I was like, I can't believe that happened, so I was really surprised. And I give this one a 4 out of 5. I had to save this one for last because Ruin and Rising is, I don't want to say it ruined me, but oh my god, it was so... This book gave me major hangover. I still remember what happened, and I just love how she ended it. There was a lot of stuff going in this one. I didn't really catch what that twist happened in the end, so I was really surprised. I really enjoy this series. If you guys are looking for a fantasy read, please check this out because her writing is just, it's impeccable. I love it. And the fact that she has so many love interests that you end up liking them all and you don't mind which guy she ends up with, well, that's in this book, and I really love it, so please go and read it. I give this one a 5 out of 5. So that's it for me this time around. I will see you for July. Bye guys!